Diane here, and I am not as much dancing Diane lately, but more traveling Diane. So my road trip to California is going really well. I'm on day 2. I slept in St. Charles, Missouri last night. Had a really good sleep, had a workout this morning and good breakfast. Filled up my water bottle and away I go. And I gotta show you this. I was thinking before I left home, like last time I took a road trip, I was stressed about the water. You know, everywhere doesn't have filtered water. Restaurants give you tap water, and I don't know if the water is okay or not. But I found this Brita water bottle, so it's pretty cool. You actually put the filter in the straw, and you don't have to like turn it. You just this is what it looks like. And my water gets filtered as it goes up the straw. It's pretty awesome. So anywhere I am, I know I have filtered water. So that makes me feel good because, you know, health is really important. And even when we travel, we don't have to overeat or eat tons. You know, we're sitting a lot. I do stop about every hour and a half or two, and I stretch and I just jump around and walk around. Sometimes I do dance. I don't really care if people see me. Like, I'm over that. You know, I'm over 60 now. I'll be 61 next week. This is my birthday present to me. I'm traveling throughout California for about 7 weeks. And on my way back, I'm going to stop and do some other stuff. So, you know, but I just wanted to say to you, I hope you're having a wonderful day. And just remember, like, organize your life so that you're happy. Organize it so that every day you're excited about waking up and doing something. You know, the last 2 years I was recovering from a concussion and I wasn't always happy, and unfortunately it changed a lot of things in my brain. And having ADHD, being on the autism spectrum, I already have executive function malfunctions, but the ones I had figured out how to manage them. I was working with that, and I was fine. I was happy. I was doing my life. Get hit in the head, have this concussion. I'm sleeping all the time. I'm struggling with my energy. I'm feeling down now because I can't do the things that I want to do. I was very much like excessively eating. I don't know what that was like, but then I learned that concussion impacts your executive function. So on top of having an ADHD executive function malfunction, I was having different executive function malfunctions, and some of the ones I used to have that I could manage were more intense and it was harder to manage them. So, you know, even me as a coach and a therapist, I had to find a good therapist to help me work some of that out and help me deal with adapting to a new way of life and a new issues with ADHD. And the neat thing is that some of the stuff I was now struggling with were things that my clients have encountered. So I was putting my tools and management skills to work, but sometimes they didn't work as well as I thought they would. So I've had to expand, you know, research, experience new things and new ways. So I think it made me a much better coach, even because now I have more tools under my belt and I can relate to people with different things. So everything I believe happens for us, and this definitely changed my life. And because of it, last year, you know, in March last year, a lot of things happened. Some sad things, some scary things, some really awful things. I experienced some deaths of people I really loved. You know, a few in the month of March, which was also my birthday month. So it was weird. We had the biggest snowstorm on the day of my birthday. Yeah, it was a weird month of March, but there was one thing that stood out to me. A friend of mine said, you know, you're always saying don't focus on what you can't do, focus on what you can do. So why don't you do that with this concussion? And I was like, oh my gosh, like that is so true. What can I do? And I started to get out of my depressed funk state and started looking, okay, so if this is as good as it gets, what can I still do? And I made a list. I love to journal. Sometimes I don't want to journal, but I journaled anyway, even if it was short, of just something I wanted to do today or something that I noticed that I accomplished today. And I would celebrate that because, I like to celebrate everything. So if I actually managed to get up and do anything in the day, I would celebrate that, and I like to celebrate with dancing. So I would give myself some time to dance. Now that got me back into a little bit more physical activity, which was really good, right? So once I started getting back into some pleasure, some joy, some physical activity, gradually it got better and better, and I felt less and less crappy and disappointed and discouraged about the things I couldn't do. And I realized that I had wanted to travel before I got hit in the head. I was starting to plan that. And I could probably still travel. So in May of last year, I took a short road trip, just, 4 hours away for about 3 days to see how it would go. Now, my balance is still off. Sometimes I have to really watch when I drive and stay in the lines. And I sometimes, can't do everything I used to do. Like I can't go out dancing for hours, but I can still go out dancing for an hour or two. I can't dance like crazy like I used to because my balance is still off, but I can still dance and enjoy myself. I may not be able to work out to the same capacity, but I can still do short little workouts that'll give me a little bit of toning and strength training and keep me fit and happy, I can't always remember things like last week. I remembered something I used to do before the concussion every day. I used to meditate to the honest guys every day for 21 minutes. It used to reboot me in the afternoon. I had totally forgotten, and it's been over 2 years. Totally left my head. I just remembered last week. And I was like, oh my goodness, I totally forgot about, it's the honest guys. Yeah, I totally forgot about them. And I couldn't remember their name. I could just remember it was something guy. Now, I did this every day for years. And after the concussion, I completely forgot about it. So, last week when I remembered that, I was like, oh my goodness, like what else have I forgotten that I've never remembered? What else did I used to do? And then I had to say to myself, it's irrelevant. What are you doing now? Wow, you're road tripping throughout the States for a year. Wow, that probably never would have happened if I wouldn't have had a concussion and had to think of how I want to do my life different. Because I've always had 2 careers. Before the concussion, I was teaching elementary school in the mornings, and then I did my therapy business, like I've been doing that for over 10 years now, and I did that the rest of the time. But I had to retire from teaching last year because I couldn't do the 2 anymore. I'm much slower. Paperwork is a lot more of a challenge. It's always been a bit of a challenge, but it's a lot more, and I couldn't handle the stress of school. So I retired from that, but now I'm free to work anywhere I want, however I want, because I work online. So like some good things came out of the concussion, and I tell you this because, you can also look at what good things are going on in your life. Even if you're feeling like there are so many bad things, there's always a good thing going on or a few good things. And try to think like, how could this be happening for me? How could this up-level me? How could I get even better? How could I have more fun? These are questions that have changed my life. Changed my life dramatically. Not dramatically, but dramatically. See, slip of words also are a thing that happened a lot more since the concussion. And memory blanks occasionally. I just have to go, sorry, I forgot about this, or I forgot your name. Even friends I've had for a long time, I'll just blank on their names sometimes. You gotta laugh, because, I don't know. I think stressing about it was making it worse. And then I was depressed. Who wants to live like that? So yes, I was grateful that I had that friend who said to me, just work through it. Think of what you can do, not what you can't do. And I want you to really take that as the best message for today. Okay, think of what you can do and what you will do, and then take action on it. Just thinking about it won't improve your life. This is another thing I see a lot. People talk a lot about how they're going to improve their life, but they don't do anything. If you don't change something today, nothing will change in your life. The things you don't like will still be the things you don't like. You know, it's still going to be the same. So anyway, that's my message for today as I'm on my way to Kansas City. And yeah, I just want you to know that if nobody told you today, there is something absolutely amazing about you and unique, and I absolutely love you. I know you have a story that is incredible, and there are ways that you have made a difference in this world that you probably don't even know, because every single human being is important. Every one of us brings something to someone. And think about it, like, because I am here today, you know, you get to get this message and I get to talk to you. And you know, if you need help or you want to be empowered or you need support, I'm right here. Reach out, you know, info@dianedelina.com, and leave me a comment. Tell me how you're doing. Tell me what's going on in your life, and mostly tell me what pleasure you're having today. Heal your hurts to feel more pleasure.